friends. Welcome back to the Massachusetts Automotive Radio Show, or Camo's Automotive Radio Show, or for those of you, I'm actually going to tell you guys why I actually came up with this channel. And it's kind of the origins behind it, and kind of for those of you who are just joining me, I want to tell you guys the origins behind the name of this channel. So for those of you guys who tuned in early on in my channel, you guys remember the day I decided to put a I put my Samsung tablet on, and I ended up doing this. So you guys, I've told you guys why I've done it. I've told you guys the origins behind the names. Those of you who are going on my playlist and seeing Online Virtual Journal, or OVJ, the OVJ. So back then, so there's a couple of reasons why. There's a couple of reasons why I did it. First off and foremost, it's kind of a nod to Camo's log is kind of like a nod to Captain's log, and for those of you who are not familiar with that, Captain's log and stuff like that goes back to the early colonial days with Britain and America. I mean, since Britain had a lot of conquests in Barbados, the Caribbean, the British Virgin Islands, and stuff like that. But it also has a reference to pop culture. For those of you who are not privy to that, that's usually something that's swooped in a lot of things. I believe it's Captain's log was something that they did in Star Trek. For those of you who are fans of Captain T. Kirk, played by Captain James T. Kirk, played by none other than the hilarious and the mysterious, and the kind of downright jack of all trades comedian, and just a guy who's just terrible at really keeping a straight face and being good at commercials when he really is William Shatner, Billy Shatner. So he always was like Captain's log. I've seen a couple of them from the 60s, and it's like Captain's log, the Starfleet Enterprise is entering, yada yada yada. So that's where I kind of got it from. And it's kind of a nod to Star Trek a little bit. Not to Star Trek, and I have watched a few of the original episodes with William Shatner back in his prime. back before he turned into a huge Billy Goat. I forget how old Shatner is now, but Shatner's up there. And he's made a joke from here to, I mean, during the Oscars, during the Oscars when he was talking to Seth MacFarlane how to run the Oscars, he was kind of in his captain seat. He was occupying his captain seat for the first time in ages, so and stuff like that. Yeah, so Captain's Log, that ran from 2015 to about 2017, and then eventually 2017 I came up with the Vlog Corner, and the Vlog Corner was, well, actually no, yeah, the Vlog Corner came out in 2016. 2017. I came up with that in 2017 when I was doing my corner of the internet, and I was kind of getting used to being on the internet for 2 years, even though I shouldn't have changed my. But it was still the vlog series. It was still the virtual journal. I just changed the name because I just wanted to. You know, because that's when I did night chats and outside and nature vlog, nature chats and stuff like that. When I was outside, when I was outside doing that. Plus, that was kind of when I kind of had my little. That's when I was kind of getting used to it and. Just thought I'd brand myself, so the VLC, the CBC, the Komodo's Blog Corner CBC, that ran from 2017 to August 2019, when it became the Massachusetts Central Radio Show. The reason why I had the radio show is because I was changing my trajectory. It was no longer a daily or a semi-daily vlog series. It was just a radio show series where I could actually just talk to you guys, and I could have a set time and stuff like that. Because I'm not live. I'm never live. I may go live once or twice, maybe in the next couple of months, maybe two, but I don't have enough viewers consistently to. I mean, I have 50 subs, but none of them really will pay attention at one time. I would need to have. I had quite a few back when Tom and I were part of when I was not affiliated with Fandom Menace, but I was obviously with the Geeks and Gangers, the Fandom Menace, and stuff like that back then. And Thomas has backed off on that a little bit. I don't know if he. I haven't actually, to be honest with you, I don't know if he's even posted on YouTube He's even posted on YouTube at all. So let me see if let's see, my good old buddy old chum decided to upload. Tigage and Jeremy was his kind of his restart, but the Guild Master, whatever the hell he calls himself now. Yeah, the Goat Man, 700 subscribers, 72 videos. He did. he did actually upload on. He did actually upload the 5K for Doug Flutie, and that was to congratulate everybody that do like this. He only has like he has like 1 million videos. He has 72 videos, but his subscribe and personalized, yes. So his last thing was about, he started this channel about 2-3 years ago, Prince of Egypt. He hasn't really done much since then. He hasn't done much since then. I mean, he's much since then. Usually these videos are usually 10, 15 seconds, and 10-15 seconds, not like me. So I remember when we were doing that one for the longest time, and then eventually I'll actually be able to tell you guys when I was actually, because I started it in 22, I remember that. Yeah, I remember starting in 22 somewhere. I can't remember. Yeah, so I started the radio show variation back in so I started that back in March of So I started back in March. So we're past a year now. So this has been around since 2022. So this has been around for nearly March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So it's been around 1 year and 7 months. So so this is the longest. This is not the longest iteration that I've had. I mean, the vlog corner was done between the years. Actually, the longest iteration I had, well, the longest format I had was between 2015 and 2019. that was 4 years. That was the vlog series, and then eventually the radio show went from the radio show series, but the radio show format has gone from 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 for the last 5 years. So the channel name has gone through like four. So Kamo's Log Corner radio show, and then Massachusetts Central radio show, and then the automotive radio show, and then the automotive radio show was back in was back in March of 2022. So so it's going over four revisions. So it's going over four different. So it's going Kamo's Log Corner, Captain's Log, Kamo's Log, Ford Corner, Massachusetts Central Radio Show, and Kamo's Automotive Radio Show, and Kamo's Automotive Radio Show. So four. So the last like 8 years, I've gone over like 8, 9 years, actually since we can't count, 20, 21, 22, 23. So for the last, since it's like 4 years, since it technically had the channel since 2000, and we're almost about to ring in 24, and the channel's almost about to turn 9. So in the last 8 years, we've had, so in the last 8 years, technically nine if we're not counting, the first one. But the last 8 years, I've done, last 8-year anniversary, technically 9. We've done over, so because 15, 19, and then 19 to 23 would be 5. So would be 4 to 5. So in the last decade, we've gone through 4 name changes, and we've also gone through 2 different formats over the last couple of years. So we've gone through a couple iterations, but we've gone through 2 separate series. I've also gone through different naming schemes. I've also gone through different naming schemes. So different naming schemes for these damn things. So I've changed a lot in the last. It's just been building up and a lot. There's a reason why I've been able to keep 50 subscribers, because I keep it stable at least. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to change my. I'm not going to change it up at all. So I'm not going to change this is probably going to be the probably one for the definite future, because this is probably going to be the same one I'm going to use for the indefinite future, or until I decide to quit YouTube. So but I'm already 18 minutes in. I'm going to do the gear change show tomorrow night. Tomorrow when I get home from, I'm going to record it probably in the afternoon. When I've relaxed a little bit and I've gotten a chance to take a breath from the busy day that will be Saturday tomorrow, because tomorrow I actually don't have a supervisor in the place, but we'll be fine. So because it's Restaurant Depot and it's freaking retail, I'm not expecting to. We're not dealing with rocket science experiments here. So but yeah, I will see you guys for the gear change show. I am gonna talk. What am I gonna talk about? Because I'm hustling and bustling for a topic now. I'm trying to decide. trying to decide on a topic here. I don't know what I'm going to go with. What I'm going to go with 100%. So, I don't know what I'm going to go with 100%. It's, I did an engine I did the 4-cylinder engine last time, so I'm not going to do an engine. I might do a, actually, you know what, I was actually actually, you know what I'm going to talk about? I think I know what I'm going to talk about. I'm been chomping at the bit to do the origins of, well, since well, I'm not sure, but I'll think of something though. But I'm gonna do an engine. You know what? I'm actually gonna do a story on the actually, I'm going to do actually, you know what, I'm going to do a story on part sharing and between automotive brands I'm going to do part sharing between the brands, and stuff like that, and how that, and the effects that had on the industry and what that meant for production costs and stuff like that. Because, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a hint. It started, I'm going to say, in the, I'm going to say it started in about the late 50s, early 60s with the Falcon, the Chevy Nova, and the Plymouth Valiant. Back when America was trying to downsize their vehicles and put more economical vehicles for the time, obviously. I don't know if you can talk about a V8 with the Dynaflow, 2-speed Dynaflow transmission being efficient. So, you know, the transmission, they got 6 miles to the gallon in the Buick Specials and the Buick Sabres. So, yeah, so I'm going to talk about part sharing and what they gave rise to, and what they gave rise to, and what, and how that helped, the automotive industry kind of cut costs and kind of make everything uniform, and, you know, make everything proprietary instead of making everything all over the place. And we actually got some pretty cool cars out of this. So, and it's actually what actually kind of led to the muscle car era a little bit. So I'm going to start with the origins of why we went to. I'm going to go over the origins, why we did it, and why we needed to back in the 50s and 60s. I'm just going to put it out this way: it was due to an economic anomaly that people didn't hear of. People thought people thought, well, I'll give you a hint. People thought that it was going to be a depression, but it was really something else. But and it gave a new word to the American public. And I'm going to finish off and with the word recession. Kind of started it all. And that's what will open up my video tomorrow. I'll come up with some kooky way to do this, and then the video is probably going to take like half an hour, and then I'll upload it to you guys. But you guys should be fun because it's one of my favorite stories, and one of my favorite, and just a favorite tactic of a lot of automotive brands now. So just to keep the prices down and keep production costs good, especially when we're and what effects it had on the automotive industry when things kind of changed again in the 70s. So what impact it has today. So look for that tomorrow. I'm probably going to be recording that. I'm going to try to record around 6 o'clock, maybe 7 o'clock, and then have it to you guys out by, edit it, go over it, and have it to you guys out by like 7:30, 8 o'clock, but no guarantees. I'm going to make sure to remind myself on my phone to record the video at such and such time tomorrow, so I can get it out to you guys. I really want to do this because it's such a good tale, and it's something that when you want mass production, you get a lot of it. So I'm going to bid this one to do. As you guys know me, long live America, God bless America, long live our freedoms and our rights. Amen to my grandparents' spirits. Amen to all the spirits that we've lost. And I wish you guys all a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Gear Change Show. And I think Saturday, and I think Sunday and Monday, I'm definitely producing a Sunday and Monday, I'm definitely producing vlogs. I might do a video game vlog on the PS4, because I haven't quite figured out how to do it on the Xbox just yet. Even with the capture card, I have to still do a bunch of gremlins, and well, we'll see what goes on. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Hope you guys have a good night. Don't go away.